Starting.
Hello. Hold up. Let me get my notifications up.
Oh,
yes.
We're going.
We're going.
We
Okay,
are
say the thing
live.
Right. Ah, yes, I see. I
Say
do
the
see that
line.
we are.
Say the line. Let the
Right,
door
there we
drop
go.
down the window.
I just got to mute myself in chat. We'll do the hello world. Hello world.
Greetings,
Refresh.
internet.
Greetings, internet. 'Tis I, our seventh saint. Connor, if you're watching, I apologise for that, brother. No one will ever know.
It's immortalized.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just let a few more people filter in. Hope we're all doing well. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday. Hope we're all having a good Tuesday.
Tuesday, innit?
Hey, Adam Chambers, big hello.
Hello.
Big love.
Oh.
We've got to get that Adam on here at some point.
Mm.
Hell yeah.
And he knows how to
Good
do
evening.
Discord as well.
I know, he's in the server.
He's perfect.
I just get, hey.
He's already in.
He is. Let me get a few more going. Probably get a few more going. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to this weekend. This weekend's going to be good fun.
Yeah.
Right, let's get cracking. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? I hope we're all well. What's up, guys and gals? Gal, singular from Adam Chambers. What's up? How's it going? Hope you're well. We'll catch you at the weekend, brother. So yeah, we've got a few things coming up this week. Well, not this week, but next week on the 20th, we will be playing over in Sanford at the Sanford pub for Sandfest. So
Wareham.
do come along to that in Wareham. Yep, Sanford is indeed in Wareham.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like in Hot
That's
Fuzz?
Is it the Sanford in Wareham?
No, you see, no. The Sanford in Hot Fuzz is a
In-
completely different part of the country.
Yeah, it's not Sanford, that's Sanford.
Sanford.
Yeah.
I don't know, they're similar accents.
Mm.
Yeah, anyway, so do come check us out there. There's a bunch of great bands playing there. Next week we've got Nori J on with us for the live stream to lead up to that show. Really excited for that. We met Nori J at one of these shows in Stanford, so it's all going to be relevant. It's all going to be fun. A few other bits we got coming up, so keep an eye out. In October, we are playing the Live and Unheard over at the Pool Lighthouse, so come check that out if you're about. And Ilfracombe, we're coming for you once again, 1st of October. We'll see you there.
I'll leave you alone.
London.
Yeah. Before that, though, we've got the Foxfest 3, I believe. So this is at the Cart and Horses in London. If you're in the London area, come check us out. Bunch of great bands playing there. It's the home of Iron Maiden. And finally, we've got on the 3rd of September, the Rock Against Cancer show up in Street. So come check that out if you're in the area. It's all for a good cause. We're all going to have a great night. Yeah, really looking forward to that. So without further ado, tonight's guest is Jodie Bowie, founder of Nozfest. So hello, Jodie. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. It's great to have you on. It's about time.
That's right.
Yeah. We've been chatting for quite a while about what you do, and we came along to the Nozfest show last year. It was absolutely fantastic. If I'm not mistaken, it's your 3rd year sold out. So congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. So just had a comment come in from Andy Mitchell Mayer. Is Simon embarrassed about the state of his bedroom? Yes. Well, no, not the bedroom, but this room. Absolutely. It's worse than it ever was before. It's an ongoing thing.
It accumulates more and more between every stream.
And more musical equipment. We had the band here last night, so there are chairs everywhere. It's a right tip. But yeah, so that aside, Jodie, why don't you introduce yourself and just have a bit of a chat about what you do?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I guess I'm a local promoter in the South Coast area. I am the organizer of Nozfest, which takes place in Southampton each year in August at the 1865 in Southampton, and features up to 10 new wave of classic rock bands. I'm a big supporter of the new wave of classic rock scene, and I just really love the bands there. So yeah.
Yeah, there's a load of really, really great bands. If people watching aren't part of the New Wave of Classic Rock Facebook page, do go and check it out. You'll find a load of bands that you won't have heard of probably. and some that you will have.
Definitely.
You'll
Yeah,
love
there's
them all
loads
off.
of great bands. Yeah, and they're worth checking out. So unfortunately, this show is sold out. However, there are plenty more new wave of classic rock shows going around. You can keep an eye on that in that Facebook chat. So we'll give you a few icebreaker questions before we get into the more sort of the deeper or the more serious stuff.
That's all right.
Yeah, we just ease you in gently. So what are 3 artists that you absolutely adore?
Oh, okay. Do you want like new wave of classic rock ones just to start off with?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna be like a tiny bit biased because like I do have my favorites, even though I'm supposed to not have my favorites. But they would be Florence Black, Mason Hill, and Chris Barris.
Oh, fantastic! And I
Brilliant.
know Florence Black and Mason Hill are both playing this Saturday, aren't they? So that's going to be a treat. That is.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Hmm.
Yeah,
mate.
also like I do also like obviously I like the Stones, Suede, McFly actually. They were actually
Yeah.
played down the road from me like a couple of weeks ago and I could
Oh,
hear them in my
fantastic.
back garden. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that I'm really listening to at the moment because I'm kind of like not listening to much, which is really sad, but like they are like my go-to bands to be honest.
That's
And the
awesome.
Struts. The Struts are really good.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I
what
got them at
about?
download. They were awesome.
Oh, what about David Bowie though?
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
because I am Jodie Bowie, aren't I? Yeah.
We clear that one up early.
Gotta love the Bowie.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if you could have any highlight from any gig, perhaps an Ozfest, perhaps anyone you've ever been to, what would it be?
Oh my god, that's rather broad.
On the spot, we love it.
Shit, I honestly don't know. Actually, I'm gonna go with this one because it's just come to my head. I went to a show in Bristol, maybe back in 2018, and it was a Dead Daisy show. And John Corabi, the singer that used to be in Motley Crue, spotted me in the crowd, and I was just like going apeshit because I really love his voice and stuff. And he literally like crouched down, like nearly got off the stage just to like shake my hand, and it was like, yeah, it was very cool. That's definitely a highlight.
That's amazing. That's what you want from an artist, isn't it?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
afraid to interact. Lily has posted saying hello, so good evening. Hello, hope you're well. So, do you have any pets?
Do I have any pets? Yes, I do. I have 3 rats.
Yeah,
You wanted to ask me that, didn't you?
I was desperate. Yeah, so I knew this. They didn't, but I knew this. Yeah, you've got some. I see pictures of your rats all over the place, all over Instagram. So
Yeah, I love my little girls.
any rat fans out there, follow Jodie Bowie.
Yeah.
Maybe not what you expected. There it is.
Yeah, ask me questions about my rats. I'm really good at that.
I'm trying to think of some. That's as far as my thought process went.
What's their favorite
Right.
food?
What's their favourite food?
Yeah.
They quite like dog food and cat food, which is I guess not that interesting, but they're into that and like tuna and banana chips and like sunflower seeds and I try and
Quite a
keep them
varied diet.
healthy. Yeah. I just gave them an egg actually. I'm trying to like get them to like work out how to crack a boiled egg. So I've given them that to play with while I'm busy.
That's crazy. I've heard a lot of
Keep 'em
kind of
busy.
weird stories about rats recently. I know they're testing on some of them to see if they can replicate memories in rats. So they taught
Okay.
it's crazy. So they map the electric signal of like a rat's brain when it's learning to drink water in a certain way, I think it was. And then
Oh.
they try and send that electrical charge through the brain of another rat, and it would then be able to actually drink in that same certain specific way. So
Whoa.
there's your rat fact of the day.
Yeah.
Well, that's really interesting. I know that rats do actually remember people that they've met before.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
apparently
they're
they're
like,
Smarter
really
than we
intelligent.
realise.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're very smart, and they obsess. Favorite food, the soap. I get them out in my bathroom, like for a little run around, and they're always eating the soap. So they like soap.
What flavour's the same? Because that's what they're after.
Yeah.
It's like unscented.
Jesus.
I have no
Cheese
idea
soap.
why they like it. Yeah.
Pretty vanilla, that, yeah. Only the vanilla soap. We don't need any of that flavoured stuff. Is there flavoured soap? I meant scented, but is there flavoured soap?
Yeah, what do you mean?
I don't know
Like
about
to
that.
eat, or I know there's smell, but is there to eat
Well,
soap?
yeah,
Eat that?
flavoured. Not
I
so
mean,
good.
maybe all soap tastes the same. Who knows?
Oh. Well, there's that.
Next week on Regional One Streams, we'll be testing soap.
Yeah. We're going to probably get up to some weirder stuff as we get more and more comfortable with this live streaming. So we can write that down.
Write that down right now.
Yeah, write that down.
Like, I can test it for you right now if you want.
I'm more than willing to eat the soap. So I think probably relevant to this weekend. Aaron's got one for you.
Yeah. Okay. So what would be your go-to drink?
Oh, my go-to drink. Well, I'm really boring, so I'm really sorry, but I'm a huge fan of full fat Coke. It's like I just have to have it. Like, we went to see the Stones recently, and all I wanted after that gig was a full fat Coke, and I couldn't have one, and I was a complete nightmare. So, like, full fat Coke's my bae.
There is something
on
called,
the other side of that fence.
A cold Coke, isn't there?
In a can, just like.
Oh, yes.
So
What
good.
if it was a cold Pepsi?
No, I don't do Pepsi.
Oh, see, I'm on the other side of the fence. That blue and red. Oh, it just looks so juicy. I don't know. It looks good.
It tastes flat.
No. Not the ones over the road from me in the cafe. They're fantastic. They're just cans of Pepsi. Just fill you in. There's nothing special.
Otherwise, I do quite like vodka and orange.
Good choice.
Good shout.
That was an old favourite back at the back
Because
in the
you
old
can't
sound
taste the
circuit
vodka
days.
if you mix it with orange juice.
That's what cocktails are good for now.
Exactly.
Depends what cocktails you have.
I found that with vodka and like Tango or Fanta, you just don't.
Oh,
taste
that
the
sounds good, actually.
I'm going to ask you this one. We normally ask this question a bit later in the stream, but why not now? So, any hobbies that you have that are outside of music?
Oh. I'm immediately forgetting everything that I do. I probably like my rats. Like, that's really boring. Like, I'm sure I do have hobbies. I like reading, I like writing blogs, I do videos, but like at the moment, like my rats are my freaking everything. So like being a rat mum is a massive hobby right now. So boring.
Fantastic. And you mentioned there that you've got a blog on the go. So I see those posts come up every now and then. Where can people find that? Have you got your own website?
Yeah, that could be found on WordPress. If you type in like www.jodiebowie2.wordpress.com, it should come up there.
We'll try and
Jodie
pop a link
Bowie
down
one
below or something.
taken?
Link in the description.
I assume. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, so obviously, yeah, rats must take up a lot of time. What does that entail? I wouldn't have a clue.
I mean, I make my own rat food, so there's that. So I do make like my own rat mix, which is their dinner, and I get them out and I play with them and just like spend time with them. I'm trying to like just make sure that I'm like the best rat mum that I can be. So like a lot of research, which I actually quite enjoy, and just like watching them in their like they've all got such different characters and personalities. Like, I just love my rats so much. It's quite hard work as well. Like, don't go getting a pet rat thinking that, oh, it's easy. It's like the easiest pet to get, because it's really difficult and it's really, really expensive. So don't do it unless you've got time and money. There's some advice.
Rats are not just for Christmas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't get them from pets at home. It's just don't do it, please. I'm so passionate about them. It makes me mad.
You can probably find one in the wall, right?
I mean, that's probably better than getting one from pets at home, to be
You reckon? Ooh.
Yeah.
Scathing reports.
Literally, the way they treat their rodents at that place is they're not starting anything, but it's questionable.
So before we end up with a libel suit, I think we'll move it. We'll move it back through to music. So I've got a question here. So, what is your earliest memory of music, or any experience you had with music that you remember really well?
My earliest experience must be my dad. My dad used to play in a band back where I used to live in Didcot, and I used to go to like all of his band practices and like rehearsals, and that's the same thing, and gigs and stuff. Like, I was only about like 2 or 3 years old, and I can remember like literally being at all of the shows, either up dancing or like asleep in the corner. I mean, I thought like my dad wrote the songs. He was in a cover band, so like he obviously played other people's music, but I thought like it was my dad. So like listening to like seeing the Stones and stuff, like how I discovered them was like through my dad, because I thought that they were playing my dad's songs, And it's my dad that was like, no, 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 it's this band. And that's how like I became obsessed. And that was at 3 years old. So yeah, that's like my earliest memory with like music, really.
Well, that's fantastic. There was kind of no way you weren't going to do something related to music by the sounds of it then.
No, no, my family are they do like their music, especially my dad. My dad's he's a guitarist, so like very into his music and stuff.
Is he still playing?
He is. He's kind of like lost touch with it a little bit. He had a stroke a couple of years ago and is sort of not feeling like massively confident with playing, but he like still very much loves his music, always listening to it and plays as much as he can.
Well, it's good to hear the love sort of carries through, doesn't it? So
yeah,
it definitely is one of the best things you can have around you. I think as much as you can have music around you, and just end up quite happy. I think.
Yeah, I think you'd need music in your life, otherwise it'd be very boring.
It's that can be said. Yeah, I think kind of with any art as well. Like my dad's not really particularly into music or art or anything like that, and I'm always trying to get him to just do something. He's retiring, so I just want him to like have an instrument or paint something. You know, you got to kind of have some art in your life, I think.
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
And just creating something, isn't it? Well, if you have the opportunity to do so, why not?
Yeah, I would say everybody needs a creative outlook, I feel, just to de-stress on.
Yeah, definitely. It is quite stress relieving as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I started off before singing with this band. I was more back on the drums, so I did a degree in drum performance and been playing since I was about 11 years old. And come home from school after a pretty tough day, and you've been told off by teacher, but you do have a drum kit, so you can beat the crap out of that for several hours straight. And that's quite therapeutic. I don't think you realize when you're playing as well how quick time seems to pass. Certainly takes you out of this world a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Do you play any instruments yourself?
Yeah, I do. I used to play guitar. I don't really play anything anymore. I can still play guitar, but I used to play guitar, bass, and clarinet.
Awesome.
Clarinet.
Yeah, clarinet.
Okay. Did you ever get any bands or anything going?
I used to be part of it wasn't really a band, it was more of like a place where I guess you learn an instrument, but it was called like Clive's Rock School, and it took place in Lymington, and actually my tutor was Tyler from Western San.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually how I like learnt to play guitar and stuff, and like obviously met people in like the music industry. But like every 6 months they would do like a live performance where you'd have to perform in front of like family and friends. So in that sense, like yeah, I've kind of been part of like a band, but also like not a real one.
That's there was something similar down in the Bournemouth area. I don't know if you know of BAM. I think it's
yeah.
So before that they were ACMR, which is I went to college there. But before that, again in Kingston, they were the Music Factory. That's where I learned. And we'd have like summer camps where you'd go and just meet a load of other kids playing music, and we'd put bands together and play at Mr. Kip's. And,
yeah, that's so cool. Oh, I know that.
Fun.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun. And I actually did a few glam shows back in the day, drums and vocals with a leopard print dressing gown, bright red trousers and everything. Fantastic. It was just 3 songs. But yeah, good fun.
That sounds so cool. I think my friend Jordan used to do something with that, and they did a performance at Mr. Kip's, and my friend Jaden. So yeah, like that did look that when we had Mr. Kip's. Like that's really sad that we don't have Mr. Kip's anymore.
Yeah, it was a good little community, that wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It was a really good venue as well.
Awesome.
All right, Aaron.
Okay, so what would you say inspired you to work with musicians and obviously do what you do with Nozfest then?
I hate these questions because I feel like I'm just winging my life.
Just happened,
I don't know really. I've always loved music and been very passionate about bands. I kind of got into doing gigs by accident actually. I originally wanted I originally wanted to go to university and do music journalism, and in order to like do that I needed some like a little bit of work experience, and there's like a community centre in my town, the Memorial Centre, and they were putting on like tribute bands and stuff. So I just went down one day and was like, "Do you need help writing like press releases?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure, like if that's what you want to do." I was like, I'll write some," and they got like printed in newspapers and magazines and stuff. And then one day they just said, "Oh, do you have any ideas of like how we can get younger people into the centre?" And I was like, "Yeah, you could put on like local bands." And they're like, "Oh, that's cool. You do it then." And I was like, "Okay." And I'm like 18 at the time, like I have
Yeah.
no idea what I'm doing. But I booked Western Sand, Saints of Sin, and Smoking Prophets.
Oh,
And
fantastic.
Good
yeah,
show.
I kind of just kept doing like I've just booked them and figure things out and then put the show on, and it just that's how it started. Like I don't think I ever saw that happening, but I just enjoyed it so much that I've ended up here. But yeah, it was definitely by accident.
I kind of vaguely have, I think, just very vague memories actually of that kind of scene where I think Saints of Sin were just starting out. Western Sand also. I think Chris Payne was coming onto the scene as well. What was it?
Yeah.
Cult 45, I believe it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys were killing it as well.
They were.
So, I mean, all of the members of that band, I think, ended up doing their own projects.
Mm.
Yeah, and fantastic bands are coming out of it. So we played with Hightown Parade recently. We're looking to play with Skinny Knowledge as well.
Yeah,
Not sure
they're
what
good.
happened with the other guys. Just both great bands, very musical bands as well.
Yeah. I mean, I
Musical
definitely.
bands.
No way.
Bands with silent bands.
Not like a rubber band. Yeah.
Yeah.
On a bit of a tangent then, so how would you say the process from going from, say, that to something as big as Nozfest would be? Is it quite an easy process, or was it just hard graft?
I kind of knew what I was doing, obviously, because I'd put on gigs. I think at this point, the point of starting Nozfest, I'd only ever put on like one gig by myself. The others were all done like through help with the centre. But
Okay.
because like not a lot of people wanted to come to New Milton, it's not really like a place to go. I decided to venture out into Southampton, and I did one gig there with Saints of Sin, the Wilder People, and Our Propaganda, and it sold out. And then I started wanting to like do a festival. I was just seeing a lot of like new wave of classic rock stuff happening, and then I wanted to do my own. But luckily, like I had a little bit of like knowledge of how to like I knew how to book bands and how to like hire the venue and how to like get the sound and everything else. I've kind of just been winging it. It's worked, like luckily so far. But yeah, it's hard. It is hard. It can be quite I don't know what the word is, but it does get quite difficult, and you're always learning. You're always learning, like, am I doing something wrong? Or I definitely always thought that I was doing something wrong when I first started, because like I had no idea what I was doing. Like I say, I'm winging it, but it's definitely a leap. There's so much more to it. It's not just like we can sell a few tickets and like pay the band. Like there's so much more aspect to actually a festival setting than there is to just a gig with one or two bands. It is quite different.
I suppose the
Yeah.
logistics are just crazy then for a festival.
Yeah.
You've got to have like a real team behind a festival, haven't you? It's
Yeah.
like we put on our own headline shows locally, but that's dead easy. It's just a few bands, but yeah, a full
Yeah.
roster. That's,
Imagine a whole
yeah.
day's worth, yeah.
Yeah.
Got to get them all organised, just like herding cats, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what would you say is the highlight of your sort of musical career so far, if you like? If you could pick sort of one moment from any of it.
I'm not really too sure. I mean, I think probably like working with somebody like an artist as big as like Marco Mendoza, and then him actually trusting me to put on his shows and them not fuck up. Like that's something it's quite an achievement, because he's got an established name and stuff, and he's come to me like several times, like just to do one-off shows with just me organizing them, and that's quite a big privilege to be given that opportunity by someone, especially at my age, like for them to trust me that much in what I'm doing as like a career, to be like, you have a go. That's quite a highlight, to be honest. Yeah.
Really impressive.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it clearly works. I mean, like we mentioned earlier, third year sold out at Nosfest. So
Yeah.
massive congratulations. That is,
Thank you.
especially in today's climate, that's pretty insane. And we've seen so many different patterns with ticket sales over the last year or so. I mean, we're noticing a lot of people are buying last minute, very last minute. I guess there's kind of worries that bands are going to cancel last minute and they don't want the faff of refunds. Get that.
Yeah.
Especially American bands coming over, they can't get any visas for it. So
Yeah.
that's been a challenge. A lot of big cancellations that I'm aware of. But yeah, so with regards to the booking and promotion, is it sort of the aim to move more into that as time goes on?
Yeah, I guess so. I would like to like expand, obviously, eventually, rather than just doing one day. That was the initial idea. The only trouble is, like, as you're saying with like the current situation, bands are also putting their prices up. So
Yeah.
like, it's very much a catch-22. As soon as like you catch up with something, like it just the goalposts keep moving. But I like to get a lot more like different bands and like a lot more promotion behind Nosfest. I feel like this year I didn't really get as much as I have in previous years.
Sure.
But yeah, it's something I would like obviously to do or have happen.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And I guess if you could, do you think you'd go into that full time and spend, a good few years booking bands?
Yeah. If I could like not have a day job and like just book bands and do this for like ever, I really really would. Like I think it's worth all like the heartache and stress and everything. Like it does hurt your heart. Like I will if you're sensitive like me. Like my heart's always breaking over bands, but. It's so worth it. Like when you see them up there, like doing their thing, and everyone just having the best time. Like you can't beat that. And like, the fact that you've done that, like you've helped put that together. Like yeah, like if I could do it forever, like I probably will. Like whether I make money or not, I would definitely do it forever. I think.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool if you can get into that. And you mentioned you sort of want to expand to a few days worth of festival. Would that still be at the same venue, or do you think you'd maybe look into a field or?
I would probably start off at 1865 just because like they're such good friends of mine and they really look after me and support like the direction that I want to go. I mean, they've even offered me like to work for them and like book bands on behalf of the venue and things, so that's really lovely. And they're just so supportive. I would probably stick there to begin with, and if it had like potential to expand to an outside festival and I knew what I was doing, I'd probably give it a go.
Yeah, damn right. I think there's a few good success stories locally to us, at least. We've got obviously the Teddy Rocks Festival that started off. That was it. I think that was originally in a pub, local up in where is
Blandford
it?
Way, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, Blandford Forum. And eventually, I mean, you look at it now, they're they're making tens of thousands of pounds for charity, and they're a really good example of how it can work. I think there's definitely a lack of festivals down in the south, so it's great to see more and more popping up. And Nosfest is a perfect example of that. Just had a message in from Neil Bailey. He says, "Hi guys, and there's a wizard, a music, and an om." Good evening, Neil. We hope you're well. We'll be in touch with you soon. Hope to do some pretty awesome stuff. Yeah, so our next question then. So this kind of ties back to your earlier experiences with music, I would imagine. And it is, what is the first album that you ever fell in love with?
Oh, I didn't see it going that way. I'm gonna say Exile on Main Street by the Stones because I do generally love that album. I just think it's so good. It's so good. Like that's it. Like it's the first album like I've listened to all the way through and can listen to all the way through without having to skip one. Because there's always a song or two on an album that you have to skip because you're like, meh. Like,
yeah.
especially after you've already listened to it, like nah, don't like that one. You end up with like 4 songs, but like that album is like the one that I love it so much, and I feel like it's so different to anything else that band has done. So yeah, Exile on Main Street.
Fantastic. I'll have to give it a proper listen. Actually, I think for us guys at the moment, our influences are adjusting more towards a classic sound in a lot of places. Because I think it's fair to say, definitely myself and Stevie, who couldn't be here this evening, unfortunately, but we both have kind of like that emo metal kind of background initially, going through school, being angsty, having a fringe. Essentially being bullied, and then turning it on its head. But yeah, so I think we're now getting more and more toward that sort of sound. And I think that comes with, I don't know, it feels like we're maturing that way. And definitely, I mean, Callum, I don't know about yourself, the newer songs are moving more in that direction where there's a sound that seems to be, I don't know, it's slightly more positive, but it's also a bit more, it feels more mature.
It's dark vibes, doesn't it, as well?
I guess.
Yeah, so if you do have any album recommendations, we're happy to take them down.
Yes, we like music. Recommend music.
Yeah. So obviously myself and Aaron will be coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you.
Can't wait for that. You're very welcome.
Yeah.
We've got David Chinnery. I think it's Chinnery. Is it Chinnery?
Yeah,
Is it?
Chinnery,
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Generous.
Yeah, I've never had the balls to just ask him, you know. Like, but yeah, Chinners. So he'll be working the stage, and his son as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Fantastic pair of guys. Looking forward to working alongside them. So if anyone's up there and you happen to see us, feel free to come say hi. I'm sure, Jodie, you'll be about the place. You'll be busy as ever. But yeah, it's going to be an absolutely fantastic show. I think in terms of the lineup this year, the lineup's crazy, I think, in terms of new wave of classic rock bands.
Yeah.
So I think for me, these guys were the absolute favourite last year. And that's Mason Hill, their headliner, obviously. What a band. Like, I don't know if anybody watching has seen the videos of these guys playing live. There's a new standard coming about there, isn't there? That's absolutely
go check them out.
But also Florence Black. So this was on your recommendation, actually. We checked them out, and we're hoping to work with the producer who worked on their last album, actually. We're booking that in at the moment. So they're fantastic. I'm really looking forward to seeing them live. I don't know too much about Massive. We've got a bit of listening to do before the weekend, I think, Aaron.
Yeah, Massive are actually from Australia, so.
Oh wow!
Oh really?
Are they coming over for it, or do they live local?
No, they're coming over for it. So.
Oh, amazing! Well, that'd
that's
be
quite
cracking.
nice. Yeah.
And then obviously we've got Collateral, the Hot Damn, Western Sand. They're a favourite. I think they played last year as well, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
Collateral
they're great
too. I really like them.
Final show is Western Sand. So
it's
their
of course.
final. Yeah. So obviously, like, they're not going to be called Western Sand after Nosfest, which is kind of scary.
That's pretty wild. Yeah, I mean they built up a good reputation over quite a long period of time, actually. So I mean, I look forward to seeing what they've got coming next, actually.
Yeah.
Is any of the information public yet, or is it we should keep an eye on?
They did do a post, like a video, just explaining like their next step, but they haven't like mentioned a band name or like a new image or a new sound or anything just yet.
Okay. Oh, we'll keep an eye out for that then. It's funny actually because I'm pretty sure Saints of Sin are going through a lineup change as well, and you mentioned your first show was with those guys also. So
it's not my fault.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. But yeah, those guys are pretty great. They currently, I don't know if he's standing in or if he's joining properly, but one of our friends, he's joined them for a while over from Capulus. So he's got a great voice on him. He's a very good performer. So that should be I'm interested to see what they have coming next as well. There's a lot a lot of exciting things happening for like these sort of local acts at the moment.
Yeah, I know somebody went to see them at the Poole Harbour Fest, and they said they were just awesome, you know.
Yeah. I didn't realise how good that festival was, actually. I saw videos of it this year. I assumed it was actually on the harbour. It's not.
It's not on the boat somewhere.
Can you imagine?
I was wrong. Because on Poole Quay, they did used to do like a small harbour fest, I'm pretty sure. And it was... Yeah. I don't know if you know Poole Harbour that well, but there's like a little covered area where there's some benches, and it's outside at Lord Nelson.
Well, it's just in there, and
they had bands in there. Yeah. So they used to have bands playing there, and I vividly remember seeing Saints of Sin playing there, and I had no idea they were there that day, and they just happened to be there. Yeah, that's fantastic. Cool. And then the rest of the bands, obviously, you say you remember Collateral quite well, is it, Aaron?
Yes, I believe they were there last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, they were really good. They were a highlight for me. I like them.
Oh, I think I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
Drama.
Uh-huh.
The beer incident.
Yeah.
Happened
Beer.
during Collateral set.
Yes, the beer incident.
The great beer incident of 2021, as it shall henceforth be known. So we've got Scarlet Rebels, Gallows Circus, Dead Man's Whiskey, and Etherfield. So if anyone watching is going to that, let us know. We'll come say hi. We'll come see you. We'll definitely be having a few drinks, I think, that night. From what I understand, there's not an official after party, but there are after parties.
There's the kick out to the street that will do.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently the firehouse is still open, but I was led to believe that they were closing the firehouse in Southampton.
I've heard that rumor like 4 or 5 times over the last decade. I'm not,
In their own
I'm never
publicity.
sure.
Like a DFS sale.
Yeah.
Wait, it's the last weekend. You gotta come. It's the last weekend. Next weekend.
What is this, a Kiss tour, you know?
Kick out to that really cool pub around the corner.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like an 11th century pub or something. It's literally identical to how it would have been back in the day. All knights of armour and all stuff in there. It's awesome. Can't remember for life of me what it's called.
That was last time we came up for Nozfest last year. We got there a bit early and we fancied a few pre-drinks.
It's called the Red Lion.
I believe you might be right.
Was there a
there's like
parrot?
medieval knights and stuff on the walls.
Yeah.
That was really cool until you need the bathroom and it's like walking down like Alice in Wonderland's corridor and it's twisting and you're like,
the room's about 5 feet, you know.
Yeah, oh man, that's not good for us. Yeah. So I think this is a pretty good place to wrap it up if you're happy to, Jodie.
Yeah, that's fine. If that's what you want to do.
Yeah, unless you've got any questions you want to ask us, unless you've got anything you want to highlight.
I mean, you can tell me what bands you're looking forward to, like just for any ones that you haven't actually seen yet. That's a good question.
That's a difficult one because the names are all I can go on here.
Yeah.
And I like the sound of Dead Man's Whiskey.
It's a mix between our 2 favourite drinks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. But obviously Mason Hill is going to be the highlight for me. Probably followed by Florence Black.
Yeah, I think I can't wait to just check them out live. Like a live band is a whole different feel to listen to it on Spotify or anything. So can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Most certainly. I think it's so important. People need to get back to shows and go out and support these local bands. I mean, again, Nozfest is sold out. However, there are other shows you can go to. Jodie, you also, I believe, do Noz Light shows, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I did do Noz Lights. I've actually taken a break from them at the moment just because of the actual situation at the moment with like ticket sales, which is really sad. Like if I actually am public about it, I'm like down 80% on like ticket sales. Like the only one I've done like really well on this year is obviously Nozfest, and it's not as if I'm not booking like good bands. It's just people don't want to buy, and that really hit me this year because obviously I wanted to do Noz Lights, which were going to be like mini Nozfest and like a bit cheaper. So if you couldn't afford to come to like the big one every like 6 months or something, you can come to the smaller one and check out bands that have played or could play or similar of the same kind of genre. And the first one did really, really well. Like it sold out, and we had Florence Black headlining actually, and they were fantastic. It was great, but like unfortunately, we just can't financially do them for the next however long. But hopefully they'll start up again. That'd be great.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to see those again. We came up and unfortunately we couldn't play on the night, but we were booked for your Rock for Ukraine show.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was a great show. What was it? Five bands in total, I believe. And that was, there was a lot of people there still. But I understand the 1865 is a pretty big venue to fill out, actually. Yeah. So that's tough. You gotta have some pull for that, which obviously Nozfest does. Hopefully we'll see more of those Noz Lights, even if maybe you do some around different areas or in smaller venues. It's a way to get booking bands.
Yeah, that's true.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for coming on with us this evening. It's been a pleasure talking with you. We will see
That's
you
okay.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, bright and early.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Ain't no rest. So before you head off though, and what we'll do, by the way, we'll end the stream and we'll just have a quick post chat with you.
Okay.
Before we head off, are there any particular sites you want to promote? Anywhere people can find you on social media? Where's best to see Jodie Bowie?
Okay, so yeah, the best places to find me would obviously be Instagram, which is just Jodie Bowie, my Facebook, again, Jodie Bowie, my YouTube, Jodie Bowie, and my blog, which we've already said earlier. And that's about it, unless you want to check out the Nosfest website, which is www.nosfest.org.
And bands looking to possibly get in touch with you, what's the best way they should speak to you?
You can either just drop me a message on any of my social media accounts, even my personal one, or you can email me at nosfest@yahoo.com.
Fantastic. So rock and some metal bands, if you're in
Yeah.
the area, get chatting with Jodie, get yourself booked up, and we want to see some more shows.
Yeah.
It's hard times for everyone, but it's always worth
Music
having a
saves
show
the
on.
day.
Yeah, it does help through these kind of times, I think. Maybe that doesn't go for everyone, but certainly does for us. So yeah, thank you very much for coming on. And
That's okay.
to everyone watching, hopefully we'll see you up at Nosfest if you're there. If not, we will see you in Wareham on the 20th. And
At Bloodstock.
or
I'll see them.
or-
At Bloodstock.
yes, Callum's up at Bloodstock. So any bearded men out there, you know what to look for.
Yeah, I have a band shirt on, my beard, shorts. Can't miss me.
A unique sight at Bloodstock.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You have to see
Thank
it,
you very much,
Simon.
everyone.
You have to see it.
I
man.
do. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
This
go
is
one.
the
Yeah.
one.
It's gonna be good. But yeah, so thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll be in touch soon. We'll hopefully see you at a show soon.
Yes.
Thank you very much.